Hi again, here we are on the day 3 homework. Today we focus on the absolute value function. So as we zoom in to our day 3 homework packet as a guide, notice that all of our functions are absolute value. So absolute value of x plus 8, x minus 6, negative, and 2 times the absolute value. So what I'll do is what I did last time, pause for a minute, give you time to get your parent absolute value graphs drawn in, and then we'll discover the effect of those different additions and subtractions and multiplications to that parent graph. There are 4 parent absolute value graphs with the anchor point 0, 0. So the next thing we'll do is take them one at a time and see the effects of different transformations on them. So starting with the absolute value of x plus 8, number 1. So again, let's go to our Inspire and start a new document. And we want a graphs page. And remember, our absolute value is here in the button next to 9 menu. So push that, absolute value right below your fraction of x is our parent. Just like we've been doing, I'm going to keep moving faster because you've done this several times already. Control G to get that entry line back up and change your parent to a dotted or broken line. F2 is where we'll make our children, and for F2 we want the absolute value of x and then a plus 8 outside of the absolute value bars. Let's come over here, make that child wide or medium, but we'll go, I want wide. Sorry. There we go, thick I guess is what they call it, graph it. And I can't see it. Well, let's scroll around. Oh, there it is, way up there, 8 units above the parent. So it's important to remember then that you can grab your graph paper and scroll around. If you forgot that, you could have looked at a table of values and seen that, oh, all right, 0, 8 is my new anchor point from 0, 0. So what you want to do now is go to your paper, your day 3 homework paper, and move everything up 8 units. So my anchor point went from 0, 0 to 0, 8. Width does not change when you have a translation, so you can go up 1 over 1 in both directions from there. And again, like yesterday, we graph the parent and child, we'll state the transformation. This is a translation up 8 units. Okay, so moving on to the next one. Number 2, I want to take the absolute value of x minus 6. Back to our Inspire. Control T to make the table go away. Control G to get your entry line back. And we want to change that x plus 8 to absolute value of x minus 6, all inside the absolute value bars. And there's that child graph. And it's been translated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the right. Again, if you're not sure, Control T to look at a nice table of values, and there they are. So back to your paper. We're going to take our parents and move everything, including the anchor, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units to the right. 6, 0. Whoops. And if you make a mistake and you're grabbing in pen like I told you not to, I'm doing it so that you can see it better. You can just put an X through it. And you should also be using a straight edge. Okay, what transformation occurred? This is a translation to the right 6 units. Sorry for the squeaky notepad. So I can make that better. Okay. Next, number 3. We're now going to take our parent and negate it. Back to the Inspire. Get rid of the table. Oops. Get rid of the table. Control G and change your child to the negative absolute value of x. And there it is, reflected over the x-axis. Just like yesterday's negative, reflected over the x-axis. So again, back to your paper. The anchor point does not change, but everything gets reflected over x, or flipped over x. So this is a reflection over the x-axis. And our last one, 2 times the absolute value of x. Sorry for my poor Elmo skills here. Go to your Inspire, Control G, change your child from that negative absolute value of x to a 2. And it got skinnier or narrower. Again, dilations tend to be hardest to see visually, so this one you may definitely want a table of values. Look and see that 0, 0, the anchor point stayed the same, but 1, 1 became 1, 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 2, 2 became 2, 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So I've taken that multiple, the dilation factor, and multiplied my distances from my x-axis by it, my y's, my vertical stretching. So I'm going to go to my paper, and I'm going, wrong paper, sorry, and I'm going to graph those. So my anchor point stays the same. 1, 1 becomes 1, 2 in both directions. 2, 2 becomes 2, 4. I'm multiplying those distances from x by that dilation factor of 2. 3, 3 becomes 3, 6. And so on. And what some people see with absolute value is you have a slope on each side, right? So here, instead of going up 1 over 1, I'm going up 2 over 1 because of that 2. So if you don't feel like multiplying those values, you can just continue the pattern. That's one big pattern. It is consistent, after all, of slope. There you go. That, I do believe, is it for our day 3 homework video. Have a great night.